Hello everyone, welcome to A1 lecture series. Today we will learn regular and irregular verbs, regelmäßige und unregelmäßige Verben. Today the goal of this lesson is to learn what regular verbs are, what irregular verbs are, which verbs change in the do and as forms, and the most common irregular verbs for A1 exams. First, what is a verb? A verb tells us what someone does or is. For example, lernen, to learn. Kommen means to come. Sprechen means to speak. And sein means to be. In German, we do not use the same verb form for every person. The verb changes with the person. For example, the person would be I in this case, and if I want to say, I learn Deutsch, I learn German, I would say, ich lerne Deutsch. But if I want to say, Sarah learns Deutsch, I would say, Sarah lernt Deutsch. So always look at the person first. Now let's start with regular verbs. A regular verb is easy because it follows a normal pattern. We take the infinitive, for example, lernen, then we remove en. Now we have the stem lern. After that, we add the correct ending. For example, du plus lern plus st would be du lernst, you learn. And if you see lern, that is the stem. And this is why regular verbs are easier, because the stem stays the same and only the ending changes. So this is the most important table for regular verbs. For ich, we add I, ich lerne. For du, we add st, du lernst. For sie, es, we add t, lernt. For wir, we add en, wir lernen. For ihr, we add t, lernt. For sie and formal sie, we add en, sie lernen und sie lernen. A small shortcut, wir and sie und sie often look like the infinitive. You can see here, wir lernen und sie also lernen. Ich means I, du means you, informal. Informally we say du. Sie, es, he, she, it, wir, we, ihr, you all, but informally we say that. Sie means they, and here sie is formal you. Now let's use regular verbs in simple sentences. For example, if I want to say I'm making coffee, machen, we would use the infinitive verb would be machen. With ich, we need I, right? So, ich mache Kaffee. You are coming tomorrow, kommen, infinitive. And now, du needs st. Du kommst morgen. He plays football, for example. Spielt Fußball. Here, needs t at the end. We are learning German. Wir lernen Deutsch. Here, wir needs en at the end. Now, machen with Pause. For example, you are taking a break. Ihr macht Pause. You all are taking a break. Needs t at the end. Now, kommen They are coming today. Sie kommen heute. Here formal needs en, like formal sie needs en. And remember, the ending changes, but the stem stays the same in regular verbs. Now, some regular verbs need a small extra e. This happens because the word would be difficult to pronounce without it. Now, look at the verb arbeiten. And if we remove en, the stem is arbeit. Because the stem ends in the t here, so we say du arbeitest, not du arbeitest, right? We also say er arbeitet und ihr arbeitet. Like he works, you all work. Du arbeitest, you work. And one more example would be, for example, Mira arbeitet im Café. So Mira works in a cafe. And this verb is still regular, but it needs a small pronunciation helper. Now let's talk about irregular verbs. An irregular verb means the stem can change, but the endings are still mostly normal. And the very important thing is, the change is usually only in du and eas. For example, sprechen becomes du sprichst, er spricht. But we still say wir sprechen, ihr sprecht, sie sprechen. So do not change every form, only learn the forms that really change. For A1, you should know 3 common patterns. The first pattern is a to a. For example, fahren, which is infinitive to drive. Here, du fährst, er fährt. The second pattern is e to I, geben. Du gibst, er gibt. The third pattern is e to ie. For example, lesen, du liest, er liest. But here is the beginner rule: do not invent new changes. Memorize the common verbs. Now look at these 3 important verbs: sprechen, fahren, and lesen. For ich, here, there is no vowel change. Ich spreche, ich fahre, ich lese. For du, the vowel changes. Du sprichst, du fährst, du liest. And eas, the vowel also changes. Er spricht, er fährt, er liest. But for wir, ihr, and sie, you see, we use the normal form again. And notice this carefully, ich has no vowel change. This is a very common beginner mistake. Now we have 3 more common A1 verbs: essen, sehen, und nehmen. Essen to eat, sehen means to see, and nehmen means to take. And here you see, ich esse, ich sehe, ich nehme. Du isst, du siehst, du nimmst. Er, sie, es, er isst, er sieht, er nimmt. Wir essen, wir sehen, wir nehmen. Ihr esst, ihr seht, ihr nehmt. Sie und sie essen, sie sehen, und sie nehmen. These forms are very common in exams and daily German, so learn them like vocabulary. Do not try to build them only with the regular rule. And here you see nehmen changes more strongly. Du nimmst, er nimmt. So now we have two very special verbs, sein und haben. And they are very, very, very special. They are not regular, but they are extremely important. And you must memorize them. Ich bin, du bist, er ist. You see? Ich habe, du hast, er sie es hat. Wir sind, wir haben. Ihr seid, ihr habt. Sie sind, sie haben. So you see, for haben, ich habe, du hast, er hat. Wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. These verbs appear again and again in A1 German exams and A2 and B1 and so on and so forth. So please memorize them very, very well. Now the big question is, how do I know if a verb is regular or irregular? There is no perfect shortcut. But for A1, use this simple system. First, start with the infinitive. For example, lernen or sprechen. Second, remember that most verbs are regular. Third, check your irregular verb list. If the verb is not in your irregular list, use the regular endings. If the verb is in the list, memorize especially the do and er-sie-es form. An exam tip is do not guess vowel changes. Now let's look at common beginner mistakes. Do not say du lernen, it is du lernst. Du sprichst. Du arbeitest. Sie lernen. Sie, small s, is for they, and capital S is formal U. In the exam, always read the pronoun first. That's it for today's lesson, and I will see you in the next one.